Akwade to my som na me som dia na me sekase mu odene na ya me de bre wo Adom TV ha ya na eso hwe aha na eso tie nsema hodo wa de ahimo man mu ne aman hodo so ya me kruchi ya na me de abre na ya abre fo Aisha ma osi adole adi zanya me kan lote wa ya timu de ya Dubai ya Santa Oko ya Hassan ya pepepe for what ya manifesto ya one fish amai one sea. Ye frasia every nsema hodo na wo mu a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and run your manifesto here, papa, bad or me and Sanoja Naso. Ya, the manifesto, no cry highlight, put no highlight. Dear, of course, you know the idea was someone of highlight. And I didn't say I know then just some 20 and 70 work a big war. Ya, didn't know what I say, Debra was about to our plans or baby. Dear, what to me, what was a manifesto, no crano, 2012, the annual moyeno. I don't know why I know what to be. I had went to be on your what was what did be a come home playing the hour. A gunner for here, or did be best more. Any idea what the kind of manifesto and ra a horn sem baby, ya a war a Kasee CJ. Chief Justice, the actual lawyer for him, sir. And I said, man, so good you a call to a family media, right? Yamano, yeah, Hamono. Any I said, madam, baby, I'm put you, no quantity, and put you, radio so, and put you a pepper, and Yanasa, no, yes, somehow do ya by a didn't ask more, ya. You try one by usual. Menesara and a Juma dialect, Alessi, what you go more as an air quality. I feel charming the voice, Nisha Mokufadmo, when he Mino Castle and a meeting Montes or Coto, Ewa Brutili, Wabaras or better than Juma, so camera for Guadoso, and then the attachment free, and a camera of Bontia, and a Georgia more Sunday, a post with that MCR. For be a boy, I'm in Chamava near Francis. Yada se wa ja oba ne ho nkronkron timu ne de kase ne bra ode so amemma me gidi ye se nyame adom ye ya waboa wo ma ne ma etumi ekoso ene ya de ton no bekoyi ama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on tia be ndwa so jo mehani ne enu awo mehani papa ne nya sam keto ne Vice President Pakwese misata ne prapra kwan mu ma no kire se wode ne boss adwuma o ma ye nya adwuma toa enti wonim se ne boss be gina wa se mo obeka de ne ete ekure ntie na nya lady na obeka nsam papa His Excellency di akonwa and watch them was near automatically as bako nine. Near forward you just a forward in a way manifesto in more automatically as at 9. Said the bear Ghana for Benya second watching whom Bebu Benya Mayo 2017 to 2020. Oh, was here Juman de Benny, a babasa, Nabaqua or can't want some F5 Dishiaho. Was here dear Baqua, nay, were her by to me your pa in school, West Sea. A body house, CBA, were to be a year be, and the Canada or Hono, and after what her mount day to me, school video, the Mao Munti, and go there, one girl, one boy. Now, to see idea about Quabro, who sent Quadano, a tablet books were, and can you see a textbooks, you were let it about one quite a could be in Quadeni, Nabayate baby, Nafe, one more had no much to me among Quadat tablets. And we are pilot, that's one mobile frasia among Colacacra. I have said to me a year, and moment the textbook next with good tablets, and so one tablet, say, quite year as school phone now, on the moment tablets over to me, Edias, Shandy, Excellence in 70.
We are reviewing the capitation grants and increasing it by 100% in order to support the free compulsory universal basic education. And we're going to pilot the use of electronic textbooks at the secondary level, junior high school and secondary level. And so students will receive tablets that have all their core textbooks on the tablet. And if this pilot is successful, then we shall expand it across the whole school system. We will complete the construction by 2021 when I leave office, inshallah. We'll complete the construction of all the 200 community-day senior high schools I promised. We shall expand the progressively free SHS program to cover boarding students with the emphasis on needy students and students in deprived districts. This year alone, we're adding 120,000 students in boarding school to the free senior high school program.
Manifesto no nsemo a ewo mu no ebi elese nei okwa akra psychiatric hospital ya so omoba benanie se ne ma hyeda nkoye ma wo mo wa kirem se nei hokora no akek kolo bebi eso no kora ho enti wo be yi wo mo asabi o enye obi a ho bia na agboda mo na mo bi atepa ho ne asem keto bi ate ne na etifo wo mo kase ehwe wo mo sum de bia wo mo de wo madwuma na de ne papa na wa kire so wo be yi wo mafinkra de wo makopantan na pantano kura no ho wo be ye no modern facility it is a first bedan no wo be ye no kama abafudie bi ne wo sa be timienu kura de akasa Catholic hospital da wo hodada no ho se de be ya obi a wo hawo wo mo wa tifido pese wo mo ko ba bi a nei nkran pantai ni na so won kra heya na afi ankafro eno pe na obi a ja wo hawo na dwum ye de ne ko so otumi ebie na taban mu nti wo be timienu kura esa de aka ho.
We also want to reduce cases of maternal and neonatal births by at least 50%. We want to increase supply and fair distribution of health personnel across the country. We will complete all the ongoing regional hospitals. We will undertake a comprehensive upgrade of the Tema General Hospital. The Tema General Hospital serves not only Tema but Ashaman, and it has a huge catchment area. And so we're going to upgrade it completely and make it into a modern hospital. So we'll continue all the other things. We'll continue the reconstruction. We'll complete the reconstruction of the 120-bed Bekwai Hospital. Parliament recently approved the funding for this particular project. We'll expand the bio-larvicidin spraying program to reduce the incidence of malaria in Ghana. We will promote medicinal plants, support the large-scale cultivation of medicinal plants, and we'll create a permanent body to review Ghana's herbal medicine regime, and will support the manufacture of traditional remedies for disease control. A lot of other things. When you get the detail, you can look at it. We would move the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. Mental health will receive priority from our next government. We shall prioritize mental health care and ensure strict implementation of the Mental Health Act 2012, Act 846. And one of the things we intend to do is to move the Accra Psychiatric Hospital from its current location to Pantang and develop the Pantang Mental Hospital into a first-class mental health facility. Within the next term of our administration, we will build 2 additional psychiatric hospitals, one in Ashanti and the other in the northern region. Currently, the only psychiatric hospitals we have are Accra Psychiatric Hospital, Pantang Hospital, and then Ankafo. And so we'll move Accra Psychiatric Hospital to join Pantang and develop it into a first-class facility, and then we'll build 2 more, one in Ashanti for the Middle Belt and another in the northern region for the Northern Belt.
Wakasa na da watch nursing training said ya wabie mu man name kwada nurse fuei wo madoso say ya da no kwa ye kura wo se no twa safi eno wo yi kura as wo free ni manifesto na se me do kwa na ye akache wo hwe said ya manifesto video a wo yi ye no a na ne yiri jirem de mu odere wo cha hospital ne ma me Lordina Mahama okopie mu Ivory Coast am no kasa de o Ghana na Ivory Coast nante se ya ne se ne wo hwe no obi afọ obi ba no ode ne twa Ghana po ana boda no wode na kwakuro fufuro so akoye adwumadene ne adede a yei na wokoye na woko sign no ma say sa ne ma no ekoso no de first ladies ya ofla wo no na president yi want na se ma sa ne ma no nkoso e say moa woko koduru ho no ho emfonyi ne sade ankrofo no eje na baba enie.
Ebibre mu atoya man no bi edi ehia wala Cote d'Ivoire memu na se hyedi a wono die no wode koto adwene na wode won nsa hyenkrata se edi atodwa se sa bredi wono mo bra se amane bi ewa ebibre mu atoya ha no wɔn kwan ma nipa a yɛfa wɔn kɔ nkwaso mu no nkɔso bio na afei nkwadaa nso a yɛde wɔn yi adwuma agye sika ɛyɛ child labor no yɛbɛsi ano na dwumadie yi Ghana ba panyini yɛ maame Lordina Mahama ɛna ɛkɔ akɔgyina ɔman yi anan mu na ɔde ne nsa ahyɛ nkrataa aseɛ sɛ mɛka sɛ yi wakɔ akɔpie mu ɛwɔ Cote d'Ivoire memu a first lady ɔwɔ Cote d'Ivoire maame Dominic Watala akɔ akɔhyia ne kwan ama no akɔ aba wɔn memu a saa bere dwumadie no wɔn afiri aseɛ asɔfo bi a wɔn ne ɔba panyini ɛkɔ saa akwantua yi ɛyɛ gender minister Nana Oyelita ɛna asɔfo abɛdi akyire a wɔhwɛ apaadie ɛna afɛ adwuma ho nsɛm so
Mame fa nkwa MPP akache de ne anya ndisi MPP me de wadu so ame constituency ehɔ na abeto odwase sisi ade MPP ani bede abede anya asam keto ahwɛ kwan sɛ nei akwanwa no Ghana wɔn metimi atena so bie wɔn tira aniema agyina wɔn ani so a wɔn pɛ so wɔn yi gu fam nya bi ne ewu wate ɛno nti kwan bɛfa so wɔn bɛyɛ campaign no kora wɔn asesɛm kakra ne wɔn mu biem sɛ de bɛ wɔn betimi akɔ house to house door to door one house one person na say o matumi ayire campaign mu de mu otere na abato no mkoto atese nkudimdie de ene ese bani
a target for Ashanti that we should strive to hit 90%, and I think with hard work and dedication we should be able to accomplish that. I say so because what I did in 2012, I was able to raise my own figure in 2008. The figure that I had in 2008 was around 45,000, close to 46. I was able to raise it to almost 61,000. Now those votes also increased from 48,000 to over 63,000. What does it mean? It translates, those votes translates into 32.8% increase. My own was also 33.2% increase over the 2008 figure. And it's attributable to hard work. I think if we are able to prop ourselves up adequately, it should be possible to attain the 90% voter turnout that we expect to have. The voter turnout we expect to have 90%. If we work diligently enough, I think it should be possible. So it's a target that the acting chairman is setting for the region.
And what are you?
The first time, my emphasis was on house-to-house campaigns, workplace to workplace, and indeed residential community to residential community. What I intend doing this time around is to deepen what efforts that I introduced.
Minority leader say chairman Sabon Superpay obey whimsical and capricious mini panono ya momo no increase the target. I know quantum more from no more penny mu pa ya one a man or Chief Justice ma me Georgina would my media near $2. Or ye Juman Casa will be about no or so. Where the ultimate be better than I'm come. Ye what the two lawyer for him some share the area number Juma Misramo. Quite to them, quite last. No be actually put you, will be addition put you. A honey, no. Now, quite last in the medium. Obey quite last for a Adom FM. Will be a mouth. Woman,
Omai Mortimer from Kabum Kumitre Ghana Bar Association for a annual bar conference. I won't cry her. My Jumedian was here and what turns Safra Timor for penny or Maimu, a Chief Justice, Yama Theodora Georgina Wood, Amwakako Kasa, a Jumedian wasi. Na Jumedian was here no letunianum renim for no Maimu no Chashian in Renim. Say one more show on Huye, our one in Samunche more debia Casafidieso and one penuano. Wasi aya na enwanwa se ebinum bekwa kwotena kasafidie so a eho ena nkyiremu bia wonte ase wa atemia ho no woni bekwa koda na odi ede ache wiase amansan nyinara Chief Justice Chiremu a woni momia ahodo bebria bibi koso na wonte ase a obetumi akopemu nkyiremu na se woni bekwa kwotena radio kasafidie so na se TV so na eho ena woni bedoso woni nsemu ache wiase amansan nyina no eya na edubne bia ekame ya se woni adwuma wo ye semre nimfo no ena wo bu no animtia.
Me don't quite before I quarter say sometime. I'm former Minister of Information and they won the customer MPP campaign and Anakwamia. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and they highlighted manifesto launch and Cassandra Meminida. Name highlighted and why I was State House. Almost woman chair manifesto launch will highlight your meeting. And the Anakwamia, Kasa, F. Samuel His Excellency Ekaino.
Prosecution. And that one also, we haven't seen anything about it. Now, coming forward, in November 2008, the NDC rolled out their agenda for women. And they said that, and this is a GNA report on November 7, 2008, that there will be a legislative and policy reforms to give minimum 40% representation to women in senior government positions. Besides, the NDC government to promote increased access to education, health, employment, and infrastructure services by women. Mr. Mahama said at this launch on the agenda for women's development, November 7, 2008. That 40% representation for women, that there will be a law to back it. Then this was made in 2008. As we sit, there is no law to back 40% representation for women in senior government positions. And indeed, that policy has never been carried out. Now, going forward, November 2008, there's a report by GNA about another promise by then the running mate, John Mahama. And he was speaking to students. And this is a report from GNA, 16th November 2008. And the report goes, Mr. Mahama told the students to find out from the NPP government how the GET fund was being used. He noted that the judicious application of the GET fund would solve all the loan, accommodation, and textbook problems of all students in the country. He said that the judicious application of the GET fund would solve all the problems about loans, about accommodation, and textbook of all students in the country. 8 years down the line, the accommodation go to tech. Medical students cannot get accommodation. Go to all the public universities. University students cannot get accommodation. The secondary schools, they are worse. Most of the secondary schools have been infected by bed bugs, because even sanitation subsidy to the schools are not going. And old students are having to find money to buy detergents for their alma maters. And yet Vice President Mahama told us that with the GET fund, they will solve all the loan, accommodation, and textbook problems of every student in the country. And here we are. Now, in the same November, President Mahama, then running mate, was talking about youth unemployment. And he said that, and this is a GNA report, November 17 at Ho in the Volta region. And the report goes that Mr. John Dramani Mahama, running mate of the NDC, has said the NDC will tackle youth employment as a national emergency. Under the next NDC government, we shall use all available resources to ensure that the youth are given rewarding employment. He was addressing the whole polytechnic branch of TN. And he said that the NDC will do that.
They are live. Any dear bro, auntie, can be asked to see a Kasee. He says she be more eja, the Akanya de Beba. I'm one who did an acomia, or can His Excellency highlight our year and no manifesto de. Mammy found quite a more for penny, Attorney General, Mammy Loretta, and a 2 liar for free. Was in the Aqua to obey, the Zeman that was in Wahoo. About what they are football. Oh, ball cried their draw, about what they no draw. Yes, how I shall. Oh, to me down her. And today I ever say we, yes, so we are go soon, and go to lawyer be at his one court, one walk out a mount. Was he a liar for a more munya time, sir, and go to be at it, so a quarto. About the son of constitution and as a woo to be at time. Constitution no, and yet no. Lawyer, the only energy mo. Never more say I will be a my obia, or be a berry beer, or worry.
Osofo da oman ya tentenene aso ya no mekire Attorney General Mami Mariata Brew apia opon e de futu e mani nuanom atemuafo se wonhwe se wonkotata amanyofo a wonokọ abato mu a wodi nkuguo no achi se de beya oman yentwensan na mpuntu asie nya no enkonkoka ensinsemu. Attorney General tra Yenimre nimfo ye lawyers no na sɛdeɛ bi ni sɛ wɔn bɛbɔ ɔman yɛn nkabi bi ɛna afei yɛn yie die ho ban na mmom wɔn didi nipa bi a wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔtwe ɔman yi kankoro ɛkɔ akyire no akyi na wɔn to ɔman mpuntuo ɛgyegye mu. Attorney General Mami Mariata Bill appear upon the Semi Tuja, Robert Wamanya Temuafo Nkabom Kuromiche Ghana Bar Association, when a shade year 2016-2017 annual bar conference no will be a no a one crying her. Ochimwa, Senia Temuafo be a pre one who to Mirika, a diamond you fooling no quite me if you caught chain that ray, a war among your semono, say ya, a bemo mine puntu any and can cry ye preno, a becatcher de bia. Or say, on Casemre Nimfo and Yadi Nemum, Neono Baye, I do my beco how money, as one or two on whom a free home.
Ya kwanza mfufuro mwa na mi wedru papa kwa sindum pay ene kam here say abato na say NDC ni MPP fo pe ene omo ekosi ani enso omo eka ho dɔso papa pa ja omo na agikuro ya boso ni baba ko odi mo akotene ye papa pa abato ye to 2012 odi mo akotene ye CPP fo kura otwa obutu e bo de biti papa kwa sindum no mfemfem alanko ne we twa so kwate bibia de nam na kwam kama wo say adwuma de oye bi dwuma wura no wo say Kotua ba December kukulomoti papa bi kotua ba ye na de kotintim NDC de kotintim MPP na ye de ye wo se wo ye to sa ba no wa se wa ba wo na ma adwuma na employment ya mo ka ho asemi wa ma bebere employment entie mo to aba no ba president ya adwuma wa ye bi dade we wo hu ye wo ba ye kura ma natena
Franketunia Wojama Manyuku Progressive People's Party PPP Dr. Papa Kasee Indum Edi Atugana Fuenim Sememono se wanada je enkoto aba mfama omampani John Dramani Mama a wotu franka ama NDC na afena na ekufuado ono so tu franka edi ama Manyuku NPP Dr. Papa Kasee Indum say ebokora sabre mpanyinfo benefrase ehye Ghana fo di adanse se woni ni adwempa bia de Ghana fo fri se emfie wotwe ono nyina enya tena konwa so no so bibi paye Ghana fo a kanya ni sa fei eno no befrase ahyehye Dr. Papa Kasee Indum de nsam etudwa ewo efutu abato mpesua so mfimfin mantemu ebre okoyi na ofori wusu kire yese ono ena wogina semra hyebedwani ewo mpesua ne so
Wase de aka omo ane boshe no wate wo mo ba one de say one fatly one constituency 1 million one tablet one student one day one kwese bobia no boshe anything one fish am one see he ni ala je sa wono na adwuma no ano waye mo ho so ye adwuma nti wo mo ntoma no aha na ye de sie ne fancy kire say ye de homeso yakoba de bebre na aka ye de besom wo ma ye ntwai homra na fe ye ntoso Medwadru addition say money government and hospital pharmacists for wo mo ye nuro frafre nuro mu ena o mya tudwa say wo mo kura no mabre ye strike ndi o menya akọ che say o mo akọ bi pai ma ban ye ya say ne be ya akọ me adwuma no meti o mo nsem wo mo so o ma hwe animu a wo menya ntede ye kọso ena ezensale si dia tudwa dada say mprempre pa de so obeka so obe iska dia ma obi de ne empare no empali no etra sika no wo ye na sa wa hwe economy no ebebu ni se tie no obi anya aboto osi aboto nkomo no nkwaso na wo mo se wo mo de wo mo so nipa no ba nkomo no nkwaso de ye ne o mate strike no wo mbenya akopa
Wono anu friend nro ene wona wo man nro e wa ban yaresabia hodo e wo man mu eye government and hospital pharmacists aye twa won din tiawa e ne gospel no woni de atudwa se wo ma aban ebretiawa se woni nsem bi odi ato ne onim so wo hamu no wonhwe ma wo munya sade a wono mbeti etua odwentinia woda ekuna no Ras Steven Kuga ene oni Adom Kasee twinkoma wode nsem tudwa wasi woni National Labour Commission for kasa mpempi ahwese wona de sede odi ato aban anim no aban be ya ma wo nenso ebenu mpempenso nyina no enya ade a wono ate bebi anase wo hunu de pa bi a efri mu aba ne senti wono bo aban kokko se wan tu anamo amfa wono nsem wo ka ho de a ene etuate no emu be ye den papa
mpanifo obusman we kono prensa de me ka ate ase se ekobase bi a saa time no nipa no kra o tesa committee na se nipa no otu saa na mo no bibi nti omampani anti asie yi a bibi ensi e kwan se esa de asem to omampani enum bi ne ye se saa asem we no oba me apene poma sibre na yesu enya opepa yo say ne members bebre jai abayadwuma no no kra the members bebre free government hospitals no akọ private na enya so nim sunsanso a e de beba oman mu enti no yesra aban se mfiensia de ache ontu wana mo ne mfa asem we emra na wie kra na yeso yenyi asomdwe mfanya adwuma
Adum today bi ade afa no wo piem wo ne wakasa te lumba papa ne lumba nko kwabla ka ho bi A+ documenta FBS o de sepo ba ku ya hwan asamwa wo mu nyina atest hwan yo enwum to 42 ba ku ya wo kwode kai mu a chese kire ho no tene NDC nwum ya otuma no yi wo mu nyina mami wo de Olivia B na mami Olivia Benin ya wo to nwum no wo kire msa nwum a wo moto no nya political party asemo nwum a moto no de ne esa nyame nti no wo moto gospel a wo mu hwem to nyame nwum wo mu nya so wo mu de nyina de no political party song rally campaign song wo mu di peska de we sigadie bebrebe no a wo mu di akire no anyame adwuma na hwe na wo za akodo na ne gospel fo aja sa anyame adwuma na hwe no a wo mu botom no wo hwe no sa emwa
Arabia ne din Olivia Benina sabre odi ne ho ahya dwumtuo mu yato dwa se yese Ghana fo ye ko na yeboase ebepeja nyamenyom ewo man mu sense de bia de ni akoto amanyuku so a political parties ene de enre nyina ahyemu no Olivia Benina se oba adwumtuo mu a dedo no afa na Olivia B akire mu a se ye de ho hye nyame mu ne akanasem ewo dwumtuo mu a ebeboa me yankunimdifo bibiara ebeye so odi nsemi tudebra no ya amania paw na pa foforo a wato din di manim kan ho ntuma
me mad match den say me promote gospel no na mama nyame din ayekese enye nipa din ena nya party din enti me de nyame na me promote no ene asempa no pacho enti obi biara wo hwe me no tie no o me promote gospel no na gospel no just me be bad be promote nipa se nyame di kan no be yi ni leader but wo fa wa kwan na ko yes wo promote leader bi a onipa enti ma nkunimdie mba ma nipa nyame na ma nkunimdie ba tie ma nyame tumi yekese wo man mu a erade be yi ne hene se ye nyina ye ma ye nimra ye ho so na ye mpaibo esan se hwe amama bebra ye hu ne akon ba mu a aman na wie emu kola wo sha areho omo hu omo maame enti Ghana fo nkai sa clip na ye hwe wo teliso no
ne de Kasee ni nyina sie songo aye kra dum ni abema wa kra do fa no de bre wo kwan bia so o ta bedwam dwumede be hia ne mom no sia abaposo pounds meduasa Kasee ne kese pa no ye de beto awo emprempre de fa na so Midday mama.